the issue of climate change, as we all know, is a reality. And the impact of climate change is being felt everywhere. The question and then the proposition that why is it that Africa, which contributes little to the global emissions, bears the brunt? And this calls for the issue of tackling the issue of climate change from all sectors. So climate change, in fact, has moved from being an environmental problem to a developmental challenge. Now, the solutions that needs to be proffered to solve the impacts of climate change, particularly for Africa as an agrarian continent, is grave. And it is imperative that we look at the various adaptation strategies that Africa can prefer or can roll out to solve the problems of millions of agrarian economies on the continent. Now, we're looking at adaptation as a solution, but again, we need to ask the capacity to adapt. Has the African farmers, smallholder farmers in particular, have that capacity to adapt to the impacts of climate change? And this calls for the issue of building the capacity of the African smallholder farmer in terms of equipping the person or the smallholder people with the knowledge of the vagaries of climate change to start with, as well as the resources at the disposal that could be transformed into adaptation opportunities.